Ah, yes. Are you there? There's Lord Toritori here. Now, Boris Johnson's in a bit of trouble. By the way, this videogram's just for Conservative Party members. I'm thinking particularly of Eton men. Rest of you, you can go and watch my videogram on Effortless Superiority. That will give you the idea. Okay, just for the Conservative Party members then. So Boris Johnson's in trouble and he's going to have to go because, of course, he's painted himself into a corner. I'm just making this videogram at this point in order to point out that I completely predicted all this and also indicated the course of action that was necessary to deal with it. You go right back to the Cummings man and his ridiculous jaunts to Barnard Castle and whatever. I made the point at the time that getting into these explanations wasn't helpful. You can look at my videogram that I've just mentioned on Effortless Superiority. You'll find that it's all there. What you needed, you see, was a clear immunity for government business, a bit like diplomatic immunity. People would have a card, you see, and say diplomatic immunity. You get challenged because you're bringing a suitcase of booze into Downing Street or whatever, and you just say, no, diplomatic immunity. Somebody comes in because the alarm set off and there's shenanigans going on in Downing Street. You don't want to be bothered with investigation into that sort of thing, Sue Gray and whatnot. You just say, diplomatic immunity. So you take note of that. The point is that what you need to get to, the culture that you need, and, you know, in this respect, yes, the culture was wrong. The culture that you need is culture in which the Prime Minister can say, I did what I considered to be right, and that's the end of the matter. None of these investigations, once you get into these snivelling apologies, then there's no end to it, as we can now see. So the question of leadership, you see, is the ability to see these things in advance. And I do refer you to my videogram on Effortless Superiority. Boris Johnson, unfortunately, in the end, just didn't have it. We can see that that's the case. The man is, I mean, I know he did go to Eton, but you know, he's just not of the right metal, not of the right calibre. He needed to say to people, I have done what I have done because I believe it to be right. And, you know, you wouldn't even need to say that's the end of the matter. You imply it in your tone. This is the sort of leadership that is needed. Now, as I've indicated before, if my friends and colleagues persuade me that my duty is to the country at this time, I am prepared to throw my hat into the ring, into the leadership contest. And it's perfectly possible to have a Prime Minister from the House of Lords. 1963, Alec Douglas-Home renounced his peerage. I'm prepared for my younger brother, Clavs, to take it on for a while. And Parliament can wait, as it did then, until there's a by-election in order to put the new Prime Minister into office. I am prepared to serve my country, and I think I've demonstrated with that videogram on Effortless Superiority the ability to predict what was needed in order to steer the country through what have clearly been some difficult times in the way that they've been handled. But if we'd had a proper approach that said that government actions are exempt from these rules, we would not have got into this mess. So I can offer the leadership that the country needs. That's all I have to say on it. You can stop watching. Simpkins, yes, come and turn it off. Thank you.